may not be 100 times always correct and always right about everything. And that's okay. It's okay. We can be wrong. I can be wrong. I could be wrong. And it's okay. The point is that whatever I say, whatever rings to you from whatever I say, that's your truth. That's what's right to you. I don't put out there, I put out my thoughts. Not my thoughts, but what my truth is, what I feel true to my heart when I speak and when I write things. They just come to me at the whim of time, the whim of emotion. But you know, whatever I say, whatever I do, whatever rings true to you, these are the things you should keep. I'm not here to tell you I know everything. And I'm not here to tell you that I have the answer to everything. But I am here to tell you that in that moment, when I have those moments, I have a channel, and it opens on that channel. It just opens and it flows through me, and I just say it, and that's what I say. I may not be 100% correct all the time, and it does not matter. I may not be 100%, on key with everything. It does not matter. What matters is I'm aware. And I'm even aware of the fact that if you point out to me there's something I'm saying that's off, it's okay. Because really you're correcting yourself. You're not correcting me, you're correcting yourself, because I am you. I am a mirror of you. This is what I am. A mirror of everyone. There is no me. I don't have an identity. I don't have I have a name, but it's not me. I'm so much in the awareness of me, or the awareness of the space that I hold right here. But there's nothing different from me than what is in you. And I don't know. It doesn't really matter. What matters is what matters to you. What your true feelings are from that place of being, and how you truly feel. Those are the things that matter to you and your experience. The only thing that's individual is the experience we're experiencing, which is why there's so many different parallel realities here, going on in so many different times. But yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this. It doesn't matter. At the moment in time right now, this is where I am. And it changes every moment, every time, every now. Because every now is now. There is no just that one moment to now. It's always now. But now. I'm finding out, someone just told me recently, that a piece of artwork that I did at the Ganesh, this one right here, this piece right here, is incredibly powerful. Now I don't know if that's because when I told them, I said this Ganesh may bring obstacles as well as remove obstacles. I said that. Well, they told me they went through a bunch of different things. Everything that was no longer necessary for them fell apart and fell away. So my art that I do is healing. I'm glad I can have that effect on people, but it's how it's supposed to be. Art is supposed to be healing. It's not supposed to be something that makes us feel bad, because art is creation, and creation is life. It's very similar, you know, the idea of art, creation, life. You have to have life to have creation. He doesn't feel alive. No, that's the other thing. How are we feeling alive in the situation that we are and where we are right now? Are you feeling alive? Do you enjoy your lives? Do you enjoy your jobs? Do you enjoy these aspects of yourself that you're experiencing? And if not, what's holding you back from your full potential? Most of the time, it is ourselves. There's no one outside of ourselves to blame for anything, really. But they are projections of our blaming and projection of our shame and guilt of ourselves. And you know, there's ways of working with these things for different things, of learning about the inner child, healing that part of yourself, all the way through the stages of your infant stage to your adolescent stage. Anywhere between that timeline of yourself, there can be pain that was developed because of certain trauma or events that happened to you that you may be carrying on right now. If you find those areas safely, you also have to be ready for this too, because it can bring up a lot of emotions and a lot of stuff. I've been through this, I've done this many times, and I've gone through very powerful clearings. Sometimes powerful clearings of smashing things. I've done this in the past. I remember one instance, I had an art studio in Salem a while back, and they got closed down. And I I went kind of crazy because it was around Christmas time, and they said, well, you have to be out of there. And it's just not enough time to pack up everything, and I just fucking flipped out. And I smashed a beautiful piece of furniture that I was going to paint. It was a cabinet, mirrors, windows. And I smashed it to the ground and kicked the shit out of it and broke into pieces. And then left fuck you RCG afterwards. You know, but from all that craziness and feelings that I went through, I was able to be at so much peace with my family when I'm home for Christmas. So I see, we have to be grateful for these times where we go through these turmoils or these challenges, because when we go through challenges, we're allowing more love to come in. And by going through emotions, we're allowing more love that we gave away, or that we lost, or that we think we lost. Either way, it doesn't matter. The point is that when we go through these challenges that we're going through, we have to realize that with every challenge that we're going through, on the other side of it, there's so much more abundance and so much more love and so much more just everything that we need. So when things fall away and things deteriorate and break apart, it's really a method that's saying it's a good thing, because in a way you are advancing yourself to a higher level of being, and no longer do those things that are falling away from you fit in with your actual state of being. And it's actually it's a great thing when this happens, because then you can fully accept more, which I guess is why they said, like the idea of like having having less stuff is better in a way, and you can do it either way. I mean, you can have everything and you can have nothing. But if you can have everything and have nothing and be happy with either way of those outcomes, you are purely in the now, and you're purely in that moment where you just accept everything. You accept everything as it is, so that by accepting as it is, we can now deal with it. If we do not accept things as they are, we cannot deal with them. We'll always be fighting them. We'll always be trying to make it disappear, but it won't disappear because we don't accept it. So this is the importance of bringing things that in ourselves that is the darkness, and the things that is in our environment that is the darkness, and the things that are our political system that are the darkness, that we feel that is the darkness, into the light. Because the more that we bring from the darkness into the light, the more we can face what we don't want to face, and the more we can understand how to deal with it and respond to dealing with it instead of reacting to deal with it. Because if we're always blaming and we're always shaming things and putting guilt on things, this is not getting rid of the problem. This is only creating more problems. So we have to find a way how we can deal with this, but not be consumed by it. That's the thing, is that like it's important to bring awareness to these things that are going on, yes, but not to get tied into it where you create more of it. That's the trick. How do you see everything as it is, even the bad aspects of life, but not be tied into the drama or the terror or the fear of these darker areas of our lives and these darker areas of what's going on in the world? That is where we need to think from. We need to understand how to perceive things as they are, but not be controlled by it, or allow our emotions to control us about it, to react. Because if we react to these certain circumstances that are happening right now instead of responding, then we create more problems and less ability of our own power to empower ourselves. So we need to understand first the issues, then understand how those issues link to ourselves. Where is that? Where does that tie in? Where am I tied into this? How am I tied into the situation that's going on right now, this issue that I'm experiencing? And from that aspect, then you can understand how to deal with what you need to do to figure it out. Because when you go within yourself, you're asking for that internal knowledge, the internal wisdom that we do not trust. It's there. We do not trust it sometimes, and we second guess ourselves. But we know so much more than we think we know. And the only fact that we don't know that is because we don't trust ourselves. If we trust ourselves, we would know so much more, and we would know we just know. We wouldn't have to think. We just know. Because we'd be in that moment of the present space, that moment of the present now. Because nothing can change if it's not in the present space. If you're in the present space, everything you are doing and contributing in some way that is good, that is good for this planet will have an effect. But you have to be present in order for these effects actually to take effect. And that's the key thing about this, is that we have to be present to have an effect here. Because if we're not present here, then we're stuck in the past, or we're stuck in the future. If we're stuck in the past, well, then we're not present. But if we're stuck in the future, we're still not present. Either way, if your mind is either here or here, you are causing yourself anxiety. If you're thinking about tomorrow, or you're thinking about yesterday, or you're thinking about 5 minutes from now, anxiety. If you're in the present moment right now, you're doing what you're doing right now, this moment in time, not thinking about tomorrow, and not thinking about yesterday, and not thinking about what you're gonna do tomorrow, where you're gonna go, what is all this stuff. You just be right here now, in this present moment now, right here, what you're doing right now. You will see in the present moment right now, at this moment, whatever you're doing, you will do it so much better and so much accurate and so much, just everything about it would be so much more intense because you're in the present moment. That present moment is the key to understanding how to create, how to love, to hear, to all these things. Because even if you're in the past and you meet up with someone and you're thinking about a past event, you may project that past event onto the present moment and you experience it in the same way you did before. And this is why you have forgiveness. Forgiveness is the eraser button of the past. In a way, when you forgive something and let it go, you allow a new experience or a new part to come out of it, something new to arise, some new experience to experience. Because that's what we came here, experiences. We came to experience experiences. We got caught in the nightmares. There's so many nightmares here right now, but it's okay. It's okay, because it's important just as much as our dreams. Nightmares and dreams are just as important for each other to exist, because they follow each other in a way, and you can learn from your nightmares, and that's where we have to learn from, is our nightmares in a way. When we're not subconscious, we have nightmares that come up, and the nightmares are a matter of basically our internal battle. Things we don't want to see of ourselves, but it has to be shown in our subconscious mind. Hence the idea of a bad trip. When someone has a bad trip, they are projecting an outer reality of hell or a nightmare to themselves that they now have to face through this experience. So, pretty much, that's it. I mean, that's the information I have at the moment in time for everyone that's going through anything hard right now. I wish you well on your travels and your journeys, and I hope that you move through them swiftly and easily, and the transition is not too harsh on you, and that you can appreciate every aspect of yourself, and by appreciating all those aspects of yourself, you help appreciate every aspect of everyone else. Thank you very much.